Hi, everyone. We'll be starting in a minute.
Hey, Michelle. How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm okay. Sometimes with work, I'm on Zoom every day, Monday through Friday. So sometimes it's hard on the weekend to be on Zoom again.
Oh no, I feel you. Seriously. I think Thursday I went straight through all day with meetings on Zoom. I was like losing my mind.
We're glad you're here, though. We're glad you're back. This is Karin.
Oh, thank you. Hi.
Hi.
And then when you throw in the hot weather, the smoke, and then it affects motivation.
Totally. We were talking about Los Medanos a lot this last week though.
Oh,
And
with Jason?
Yes, by the way, Karen.
What was that?
We were talking about Las Positas and Los Medanos a lot this week
Oh,
How exciting.
at East Bay. Yeah, we're working on our partnerships and our pathways to teacher education. So and we have a relationship with Las Positas now, but we're also trying to build, obviously, Melissa, you know this, with Los Medanos and other community colleges, and get teachers to come into teaching. So if you know people are like, I want to teach.
I just had one of my former students
Yeah.
say that we had an education theme in my basic comp class.
Oh yeah.
And she said that she wanted to meet with me. She was my student like a year ago because she wants to look into sort of mentoring program. But she told me that her goal now is to major in to get a master's in educational policy.
Oh, well, there are programs out there.
I was so excited. She already knows what program she wants to go to, but I was like,
oh, good.
I don't know if you guys, I know Melissa knows a lot of community college students. You're like, you want to get a master's degree in educational policy? It was like the most exciting thing I ever heard.
It's totally
where does she want to go?
I forget. She had I think she said there's a program at Stanford. She's a really strong student actually. So she, I think she's a first generation immigrant. So I think she had some insecurity about her educational path, but she's an amazing researcher and nice. So I think that was I think she's looked into programs already and has some sort of dream programs and I think she wants to transfer to maybe East Bay for her end of her degree.
Well, you can always give her my name.
I'll find out. It was very everyone. I was just so excited she wanted to do that. I was like, damn. Hi Molly, sorry.
Well, if you know anyone,
oh yeah, that's fine.
send them my way, or Jason Chan. Yeah.
Okay, people who want to be teachers, I'll keep an eye out for them because I definitely always have some.
Okay, send them our way.
Yeah. I just got signed up to be a mentor. We're doing a new mentoring program. I'll put my camera on. I was just getting ready in my house. We're having a new mentoring program for, oh wait, and let me do this. Okay, right leg first, and let's go ahead and lube up our ankles and our wrists. And switch direction. Let's go to the other side. Switch direction. And let's go to our knees. Go ahead and switch direction. Let's go to our hips. And switch. Good, our shoulders. Switch direction. Our elbows.
switch direction. Rest. Go ahead and switch. Neck. And switch. All right, shake them out. So this was a hit from last week, so we're gonna do it again. Brace yourself. We're gonna do 6 rounds of, right? All you need, so 1 minute of burpees and then 1 minute of, what do you call this? Lunge jumps, right? So the burpees, all you have to do is do 5 as perfectly as possible, right? Not half-assed burpees. So really, you come down. Let me get the come down, right? Good push-ups, strong posture, not low, high. Come down, all the way down. Come up, jump to your hand, and then jump up. So just 5. And then once you're done with your 5, you go to lunge jumps until the 1 minute is over. And then we're gonna do just nonstop 6 rounds of that. Okay? So get ready
You couldn't hear me.
and go.
Excited, woo!
Woohoo! Juicy abundance. Woo. 15 more seconds. The lunges. Okay, burpees. Perfect burpees. Go all the way down and then come up. Make sure your lunges are kind. You're dipping your knees to the ground as much as possible. 5 more seconds, and then burpees again. Burpees. 10 more seconds. Burpees. Burpees. One more round. We're done. Five more seconds. Burpees, last burpees. Oh, what am I doing? Go, 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 go. Ten more seconds. Time. Go ahead and take a water break.
Juicy abundance.
Juicy abundance. Whew. All right. Let's come back. All right. Let's have a wide stance here. Toes pointing out. And an angle like a 45. You're gonna squat with your forearm on your thighs. Go ahead and just shift. Right, coming side to side, back, forward, shifting. Good. Now you're gonna put your palm on your right knee. You're gonna press out, knee pressing in, hips down and in. Shoulders, the right shoulder aiming to touch the floor. Good, come back up. We're gonna switch to the other side. All right. So I want to do some, right, the side lunges, but we're going to make it more interesting today. So we're going to go ahead and you squat here, right? First thing you want to do is you want to move your arms first, both of your arms, boom. Let me see, you get on here so I don't get off the camera. So you're going to swing your arm, hop to the side. So look, I'm going to my right. It's my left leg that's gonna land first, last. So look, I'm gonna go boom. I'm gonna, I'm sorry, it's my left leg that's gonna land first. So boom, I'm gonna go my left leg, my right leg. So, and then from here, I'm gonna scoot over. Once you land, you're gonna swing, like lunge, boom, and then come back. You might need like more space. And then you're gonna go back to the other side. So you're gonna swing your arms. So lean your upper body forward so that your legs light. And you're gonna do a kind of a mini headstand. And the far side leg touches the ground first, right? So let's build that together. Let's do that, one to the right, one to the left, 10 times together. So let's go, swing your arms to the right. And then it's your left leg that lands first. And then swing your arms to the left. It's your right leg that lands first. And that was 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, right? So now we're gonna combine that with a lunge. So I'm gonna swing, boom. So typically your weight will be on this side. So you're gonna go lunge to that side, come back. As you come back, your weight's gonna shift that way. So your arms will naturally follow. So I'm gonna do it here. I'm gonna come lunge to the side. I'm gonna come up and look, I'm just gonna go boom to the other side and then lunge, right? I don't have enough space there, but so make sure you kind of have some space. I'm gonna turn sideways so I can move, all right? So do one to the right, one to the left, total of 10. Count on your own, but let's do it together. Okay, so I'm gonna go to my right, boom, and I'm gonna lean to my right. I'm gonna come up, I'm gonna go to my left, and then lean to my left, side lunge, and then right, lean to the right, left, that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good, come back up. All right, put your legs together. You're gonna breathe, bring your arms up above, and then exhale, bend at the hips, come down. Walk, 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 walk your hands out. Go ahead and lift your hips up. You can walk your legs out a little wider. We're gonna do a downward dog. So we're gonna start with our hands. Make sure you can see me. So we want to have our hands, fingers wide spread, palms pressing down on the ground. Open my armpits up, and I'm gonna stretch my ears from my shoulder. I'm gonna relax my head, and I'm gonna look towards my belly button. My back going back and straight. My hips are going up towards the ceiling, and my legs, my heels, I want to press my heels down to the ground as much as possible. So we're here, take a couple deep breaths. Relax the neck. You go ahead and walk your legs side to side. Boom, boom, boom. Right, and then from here, I'm going to come forward into a plank. Let's take a couple deep breaths here. Just making sure your wrists is lined up with your shoulders. You're looking forward. Don't sink your hips down or pull it up towards the ceiling. And then from here, let's take a deep breath. And as slow as possible, you're going to come down. Bring your body down to the ground. Flatten your toes and go ahead and push off. Straighten your arms and sit back. And from here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to glide my forehead, my nose, my chin, and my chest on the ground as I come forward. So forehead, nose, chin, and chest. Come forward. Try to extend my arms, but leaving my hips down onto the ground. Again, you want to think about separating your ears from your shoulders. And you can go ahead and look side, side, back to the first side, back to the second side. Go ahead and come down onto the mat. And we're going to turn and lift our right side up and glide our left leg up, and we'll come into a space here. So I want to give you an angle view here. Why don't we go, while we're here, why don't we shift our hips around a little bit, just to, never could get enough like hip. So you're going to switch back and forth. You can use your hands, right, to push off, or you can, no hands, back and forth. A couple more times. And from here, you're going to go ahead and switch now to the other side a few times. Really press your hips forward. Bring your knees to the ground. Press your hips forward. So now come back, stay in your S-mount position. And from here, I'm going to lean towards the leading knee. I'm going to come to my elbow. But before I do that, right, I want to think about this back leg kind of stretching out, right? I'm going to stretch out as far as I can with the bent knee, right? So I'm going to go stretch out. Now I'm going to come to my elbow and kind of try to open my chest towards the ceiling. So I'm going to open. Some of us are cool with just being here, but if you're flexible and you want to go all the way, you're going to put that same shoulder down and then and then the next one would be like laying your whole back down. So you're going to go all the way to your one shoulder. If that's fine, stay there. Or you can go put the other shoulders down. And you really want your back leg, the knee, active. It's pressing down to the ground the entire time while you're doing this. Good. And then we're going to rewind, come back up the same way we come in. Boom. And then we're going to switch our base. Boom. Go ahead and extend the back leg, right? Again, we're going to put our elbows down, okay, right? And then we're going to open our chest up. That's level 1. Level 2, we're going to come down, put our shoulder down, or level 3, both shoulders. Again, the back leg, the back knees pressing, being active, pressing down onto the ground. Go ahead and come back up, boom, boom. Go ahead and put your hands on the ground. Unwind by stretching the back leg, follow with the front leg. And from here, why don't we take another water break and we'll start with jiu-jitsu. Okay, let me see. Ooh, it's hot. All right, so I'm gonna review a couple entries to a single leg, and then we're gonna troubleshoot one technique today, okay? So I'm gonna screen share and wait. Okay. So this first one, the entry to a single leg with your hand movement, right? The first one we've been working on this, but just kind of review. You want to club. Oh my gosh. Get it together, Molly. It's the burpees. Woo! Okay, so you want to club the head, and I'll show the visual. So boom, one, pass it to the first hand, pass it to the second hand, right? And then going back to the first hand again, right? So again, it's notice that they're in a stagger, he's in a stagger stance, and the hand with the same side as the back leg is doing the first cupping of the crown, right? The head. So one, and then passing to the other hand, boom. And then the third one, notice that when you pass it to the third time, you also walk to the side, right? So I want to review that again. So something that I want to reiterate, which I didn't talk much about, but I don't know about you, but when I learned like how to control others people's neck in wrestling, like at Wardo in the school that I learned at, it was like wrestling for wrestling. It's not so much as like wrestling adapting to jiu-jitsu, right? So more and more like like Leticia Habero, my teacher, she does a lot of like wrestling that is applicable and consider like that is applicable in jiu-jitsu, meaning in wrestling, you don't need to worry about, getting your back take or submission. So wrestling is really beneficial to jiu-jitsu, but it doesn't have all those other jiu-jitsu considerations. So Letty adopt a lot of wrestling technique to that, right? So I'm learning that from her. So one of the things that before what I was learning is like you cup, right? You control by cupping people on the back. I don't know if that's showing, but at the neck. Now, if they are strong, it's really easy to prop up, right? So now, Letty, what she does is she cup almost at the crown of the head, like up here, and really thinking about bringing your elbow to your chest and then making them put their chin to their chest. So it's like up above in the head, right? And then bringing their chin to the chest. It's really, 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 it seems kind of like just a minor adjustment but for your opponent, if you are drilling this and you're moving around a lot like this, where you're fighting to come up, it is so exhausting because not only are you using your head, your neck, but you're using muscles that are like going down for your back all the way to your back. So you're using all these major muscles to like fight to come out and you gas out really, really quickly, right? So you want to imagine at the head and you want to press down. So it's not at the back, it's the head, and you want to control the head and pressing the head down and chin to the chest and really controlling this way. And you just imagine like trying to come up. It's really all along, these muscles, and it gets so exhausting, right? So that's something to think about when now you're drilling that, to like add that consideration in. So that's one. And then the other, those of you that haven't been in this class, is I'm going to switch my stance, but normally I'm like my strong side is in my right, but I've been doing like single leg on the opponent on this side, so I'm gonna switch my stance. So when I switch my stance, this is wrestling for jiu-jitsu, right? This front leg is vulnerable, so this same side hand is down here monitoring, just in case your partner comes and attack this leg. So this free hand will be scooping up the leg, right? So you really wanna, or in this case, that we're gonna do the clubbing. So it's sort of like in this stance, right? Like here. So you're gonna go cup at the top of the head here, right? And then you're gonna pass to the second hand. So it's the back leg, the same arm is gonna cup first, it's gonna reach first, right? This hand is protecting. You're gonna pass to the second hand. And then when you pass to the third pass, this leg is stepping to the side. So it's 1, 2, and then you're gonna step to the side, right? So again, you're here, 1, 2, and really thinking about like, you're controlling and you're really pressing their head down, their chin to the chest here, boom, right? So you're here, and then come to the side. So I just want you to drill that a couple times and put that new consideration in it. And then we're gonna go to how we pick up the leg. Yeah, just a few times we've been working on this. And then the third hand too, just to remember, right? The third hand, sorry, I didn't really, so right here, you're gonna cup, and then when you step to the side, the third hand, since there's like Melissa, you have a partner, the third hand you must extend. You gotta lock that arm out, otherwise they're gonna turn right into you, right? So when you step to the side, right, you're gonna go 1, 2, and you step to the side, extend that arm. Keep going. Yep, good. All right, this is just a review, so it's kind of quick. And then I'm gonna screen share again. Let me see. So again, you see that he's locking 1, 2, and then 3, step to the side, extend the arm. And now the free arm, this is just a quick version of that, boom, boom. And then the free arm will pick up the leg, boom, right? And I wanna stop there. So again, right, you're here, you're gonna reach, boom, and boom, step to the side, extend, and then this free hand, right, I'm gonna turn around, this free hand will pick up the leg and put it between your thighs, and you wanna cinch your thighs, and then both hands will come in, you're gonna grab, and then, right, you're in this position. So go ahead and finish that. So do a few of those. So Melissa, do it again. Let me see. So make sure, like, okay, your stance, Melissa. So you have this stance here, right? One leg. It's the hand with the back leg. So this is my front leg. This is my back leg. The hand that reaches out first is the one with this one first, because this hand is protecting the knee here, right? So this reaches first. Yeah. Yep, pass to the other one, right? And then step to the other side. No, step to the other side. Yes. And now it's your right hand that's going to scoop. No, your left hand stays at the head. Your left hand stays at the head. It's your right hand that's going to pick up the leg. Yes. So do it again. So, yep, push to the side. You really want to like push the head, control the head. Yes, and step to the side and pick up the leg. So you want to kind of walk in a little bit closer to your partner, right? So really cup the head and move the head to the side. Really like move to the head to the side. Yes. And then pick up the leg. Good. I know you're trying to be really gentle, but you really like want to move their head, boom, to one side, boom. Yeah. And then extend the arm, boom, as you move out. Extend that arm. Yep. She can't come back towards you. Pick up the leg. Good job. All right. So that's keep going. Let me get the, keep going. Okay, so another version of how we enter and get the leg is this. So I'm gonna show the screen. Right, is where, hold on, let me move this out of the way, is where you come in, right? You step in, extend the arm and push, right? So I'll rewind that a little bit. So you're here, in, and there, okay? So I'll walk that through, just a reminder to some and then someone new. Again, you're gonna get into your stance, leading, right? The hand here, protecting the front leg. It's this hand, always the back hand that's gonna be pushing. And you really want, you don't want this like this kind of push. You wanna mimic that you're freight train and you're gonna go straight to them. So your hand will be stiff, right? Stiff when you go. And your leg movement is such that you're gonna go forward. So it's the front leg that goes forward and your back leg is the driving. It's gonna push you. So it's here, you're gonna step and boom, push, right? And the same thing, you're gonna go boom here, you're gonna push, and then this hand, the free hand, is gonna pick up the leg, put it between your legs, cinch at the thigh, and then you're gonna grab. So give that a try. All right, let's come back. Man, sorry, Karin might go over a little bit. I hope that's okay. So one of the things that happened is we did a couple like takedowns where we come to our knees, boom, right? Or where we go here with the shoulder and then we walk back, right? So one thing that happens here when you get your single leg, again, your posture shouldn't be down here. You're up here, right? You're almost as like your head is on your chest up here and you're holding here. So one of the things that happen that people will do is they're gonna put both of their hands on blocking your hips, right? Blocking your hips where you can't come forward, right? They're gonna extend like this on your hips while you have their leg, right? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a different type of takedown. But before we do it, I want you kind of get kind of get this movement where like your arm, you're gonna go, you're gonna go, boom, your arm is gonna come and reach for the far leg, and this arm goes up again, like really far in the ceiling. So let's do that. First, you're gonna go like this, right? And look, I'm gonna step with this leg, I'm gonna grab, this arm goes up, and then look, the back leg, you're gonna keep driving forward. So it's gonna go step one. It's really like one, boom, right? Your arms up and your posture's up, boom. And then with the second leg, and you're really gonna drive, boom, 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 right? With your your leg, boom, boom, striving forward, right? So let me show the video what it looks like. There's a missing component which I will go over, but this is the takedown, boom, here, where you have the leg, boom, and you're driving forward like that, right? Again, you're gonna go open, drive, boom, 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 right? Forward like that. So we need to kind of deal with an opponent that have their hand on the hip, and you can't do that one where we go back or any kind of, you're stuck, your hip is stuck. So one way to kind of get rid of the arm that is like pushing at the hip, in your hip, is you're gonna cup here, right? And you're gonna push the elbow up, right? So you're here, you're gonna go push and bring the elbow so that you can come, so you're up here, boom, right? So it's boom, cup the elbow, and then from here, you're gonna go do you're gonna step up and arm like this. So it's boom, boom, and then drive, drive, drive down. Does that make sense? So again, there's a arm extended to your hips like this. You can't really move. So you're gonna cup their elbow. You're gonna go kind of almost up and your hip down a little bit, right? So you're gonna go boom and then step with your leg and arm here to grab the far leg. And then this hand is already up, but you're gonna reach up towards like the armpit here. Boom, and then the back leg, boom, and then you're gonna keep driving them down. So give that a try. We're gonna practice more on Thursday. So remove the elbow, yep, and drive, 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 good. So Melissa, go ahead and get the single leg and I'll walk you through it. Boom, boom, yep. With the head, your hand has to be on the head, the third hand, yeah, and then grab. Go ahead and, no, keep the hand on the head, keep your hand on the head. Your left hand, yeah, under the arm, yeah. And then grab the leg so you have a single leg. Now, Joe, go ahead and push her, use your hands to push her, both of your hands on her hips like that. And she can't, yeah. So from there, so Melissa, you're kind of too far on the foot. Come a little bit closer. Yeah. So go ahead and grab her leg. Go ahead, Melissa, both hands controlling the leg. So both hands, yes. So look up a little bit, Melissa. Look up, yeah. And now, Joe, go ahead and push her on the hips. Now, with your both hand, cup, Melissa, cup her elbows, both hands, elbows, on her arms. Yeah, so go under, and cup, yeah. And push up, and then do the takedown. So your left arm at the elbow, and then the other grab the knee, and keep driving forward. Yeah, so your right hand will be cupping her left knee. So do it again. So just start with the single leg. Start with the single leg already. Yep, good, grab. So, yep. So go a little bit towards Joe, Melissa. You're too far in, yeah. And, All right. Karin, We'll practice more. Thank you. Does anybody have any questions?
No, thanks, coach.
Okay, thank you so much. And Karin, take over.
Thanks, Molly. That was awesome. We'll take a minute and come back and kickbox in like a minute or two. Grab some water. I like that hip hop. Trying it on my cat. I know it worked on you. You're so loud every time.
What are you doing with your cat?
She at the very end, she was like, because she kept walking in front of me when I was doing it, how she was always doing when I'm teaching or training, like walking around my feet, meowing and screaming. So I scooped her at the end.
Oh.
Instead of the leg. She makes a good leg. It's like, bam. Oh, she didn't like that. She's all, put that down. She's kind of like the size of Molly's leg. Bye, Jen. See you later. Okay. Yeah. All right, let's see. Okay, so we'll get started again. So let's stretch a little bit. Let's just do a little bit of some standing stretching. So we'll start with let's start with leg swings. So we're gonna start with these. So I can't remember now. So when you do these kicks, these are a stretch to loosen up your legs and your hamstrings. So I'm starting with one foot back. I'm gonna kick up. My bottom foot is flat on the ground for this. My kicking foot is flexed. Both my legs are straight. If you need to bend a leg, you can bend the standing leg. Try to keep the kicking leg straight. We're gonna do 1 minute on each side. It's a good idea to exhale. And your main goal should be to kick as high as you can without straining your hamstring, like come up gradually, and also not going like this. You're not bending forward at the waist. You're trying to keep your upper body completely stationary as you come up. Ideally your arms as well. You can see on my right, I'm much worse at it. On my right, a lot of the time my hand, when I get tired, starts to dip a little bit on my less strong side. But ideally you're trying to keep your hands even stationary. So it's 1 minute. Here it is, timer. 1 minute on each side. We're gonna go straight through, so I'll tell you when to switch. Whichever foot you're gonna kick with is back. And go. For people who are more experienced and have done this more, another goal is to see how to lessen the time between when your foot leaves the ground and returns to the ground. So you're trying to like come up and down like expeditiously, like, not let it like linger up and drag down slowly. All right, a few seconds, we're gonna switch. Remember, don't start quite as high on the other side, work back up to it, and switch, other side. Almost there, 10 more seconds. All right, good, shake your arms out. Let's just do a little bit of twisting stretching. So we're going to, before we do this, let's do a little triangle stretch. So not a jiu-jitsu triangle, but like yoga triangle. So you're going to be standing, start with your feet about wider than hip width apart, and your feet are facing forward. So you're gonna turn your left foot out. I know you can't see my foot, but I'm gonna turn my left toes so they face towards my left. And then I'm going to bend sideways. I'm gonna open up my left hand, come into this triangle position, adjust your feet any way you need, and you're trying to turn your right side ribs up towards the ceiling as you bend. Take your right hand, drop it behind your back if you can, twist a little more. Bring it back up straight. Now, if you want, if this is comfortable, you can bring it over your head. Still trying to twist upwards. And bring it back up. And then come up to center. Recenter your feet so they're both pointing forward. And now you turn your right foot out. So now we're gonna go same thing to the right side now. So you're gonna sink down, adjust your feet any way that you need to get into position, and you're trying to turn your left ribs up towards the ceiling. And then take your left hand and drop it behind your back, twist up more. Bring it back up overhead. And now you can bring it really over your head, reach towards your right side. All right, and come up. All right, and then let's just do a quick like twisting stretch. So I'm pivoting my feet. I'm allowing my hands to just swing, but I'm really trying to twist my waist. Use my muscles to twist my waist, not just gravity or momentum. It's not really gravity in this direction. Okay, good. One more thing we're gonna do, it's kind of warm-up thing is, and this is it's a little inspired by Jamal. We're going to do a round where I'm gonna call out some things to do, and this is gonna be about being loose and relaxed. So when you're boxing, we're gonna be doing some elbows today. It can be really easy to tense up your shoulders. Really need to keep your upper body relaxed. It's only, working when it needs to. Your lower body is always engaged, but your upper body, you need to keep your shoulders relaxed so they can be mobile. So we're gonna do a drill to work on that. So I'll just tell you what to do, so just follow along with me. So get set, and that's what we're gonna do. So first thing we're gonna do is just bounce in place a little bit. You could jump, or you could, I'm doing a side to side. And I'm just gonna try to shake out my shoulders. So I'm just trying to get my shoulders to kind of bounce as I'm moving. Okay, good. Let's bring your cross hand up. So if you're right-handed, your right hand up. If you're left-handed, your left hand up. We're gonna keep bouncing with that hand up. So really keep thinking about shoulder relaxation. So this hand is up, but it doesn't mean my shoulder is clenched. My shoulder can still bounce. All right, now let's work your way into your stance. So you're still hopping around, but your lead side foot is forward now. Your back side is, your dominant side is back. Let's do some jabs, but not so much work to get on this part of technique we usually do, but more working on relaxed arm. So I'm just kind of throwing some real floppy jabs. Cool, all right, good. Let's do some crosses like that so we can get out of that pop jumping. Let's just throw some jab crosses, real loose and relaxed. Kind of flinging your arm out there. Good. The last 30 seconds, I want you to just go into shadow boxing, trying to keep that same feeling like in your shoulders. Nothing is tensing up in your shoulders. Nice, good. So that's a really good thing to do periodically. Kickboxers tend to have overly stiff shoulders, because we're doing, kicking where our upper bodies are maintaining rigidity, and our boxing doesn't have to be as technical as for boxers, but it's really important for your boxing that you make sure to, if your shoulders are tight, your punches aren't as good. So you want to, even though you might have some strength in your arms at the moment the punch hits to help absorb the impact, you're not, you shouldn't feel like you're using a lot of force in your arms and shoulders. Their shoulders should be relaxed so they can extend properly. So we're gonna do some elbows. We did these on Thursday in an advanced class. We're gonna work them a little more. So the first, make sure I keep an eye on the time. So the first, we're gonna practice 3 elbows, the same 3 elbows we've been practicing. So the first, I'll show you a quick thing about elbows. Elbows, they're a close range technique. So, you're not reaching out when you throw them. They're just real, somebody who's close to you. So you usually throw them once you're close range. They work with clinch work really well. The first 2 elbows we're gonna do are horizontal elbows. So they're coming across a horizontal plane. So elbow 1, and when you hit with a horizontal elbow, the main thing you need to know is your palm should be down. It could be a fist, it could be flat, but that creates the right angle for of the elbow. If your hand is the way it might be when you throw a hook punch sideways, it doesn't bend your elbow properly. And you're hitting with the very tip of your elbow is what would be striking, as much of the tip as possible. Elbows follow the same kind of mechanics as hooks. So we're gonna do the first elbow we're gonna do is we're gonna extend our lead side hand. This is gonna be elbow number 1 for our drill. This elbow is like equivalent to like a rear side hook, a right hook for a right-handed person. And I'm gonna have my hand out here. We'll practice some scenarios. This could be a jab. This could be a clinch hold, a head hold. And I'm gonna retract my left hand or my lead hand, and I'm gonna come across with my elbow, twisting my rear side hip. So that goes. Notice that this should draw back really close to my face, because in elbows, you really have to defend your face with the other hand because you're in close range. Try that a few times. Good. Okay, so let's do 10 of those together. And you guys are doing this well. I just want to remind you that when you're done with it, you need to come back. So you don't want to, elbow, oh, I'm done, this is great. So you gotta make sure you come out of the position as well. Just throw the elbow, come back to your guard. So let's do 10 of those. So you start with your lead side hand out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. So elbow number 2 is going to be the same thing on the other side. So to throw the lead side horizontal elbow, just like with the hook, if you can throw a hook from nothing, but that hook is considered more of a jab hook, it doesn't have a lot of power. It's more of a setup to be surprising. For an elbow, you really can't throw an elbow from here. You're just gonna strain your rotator cuff. So you have to first twist. So you would be throwing this likely off a cross or off of some other technique. So we're gonna start by twisting as though we've just thrown a cross, perhaps. Now our rear side shoulder's in front. For most of you, your right shoulder. And then my arm's not lifted yet, but as I twist back, this is gonna pop up and elbow. So I'm over here, you know, maybe I faked a cross, maybe I threw a cross or another elbow, and now I'm gonna come back. Twist, elbow. So when I say one for this, the technique will be twist, elbow. Try it a couple times, then we'll do it all together. Just the twist, elbow. Nice. Good, so let's do 10 of those together. So 1, 2, twist, elbow. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, good. And the third elbow we're going to do is an uppercut elbow. You can do this on either side, but we're going to do it on the right side or the rear side. So so we're going to this is a vertical elbow. Those are both horizontal elbows. So the way this elbow works is it looks like, so I'm gonna sink my stance a little bit like I would for a straight ahead uppercut. It's not like a twisting uppercut, but it's like the uppercut that's like, you know, that comes like right up the middle. It's analogous to that. And my hand is gonna comb my hair. So it's gonna go, or make that circle around my ear to get this angle. So I pop my hips up a bit like an uppercut, or like uppercut, and also like a kettlebell swing or something. Let's try those a couple times, then we'll do it all together. Nice. Looks good. So when you start it, your hand is still, that's a good thing I didn't say. When you start it, your hand's not down, your hand is by your face. So I sink, and then I pull it up. Yeah, nice. Good, so let's do 10 of those together. So 1, these I find, by the way, these I find personally awkward to do with no setup, so they'll feel a lot better when we do them in a combination if they're feeling a little awkward now. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Cool, so now we're gonna do a combination of all 3 of those elbows. And then we'll put it together with some knees and kicks. So, so the combination is 1, 2, 3, the elbows we just did. So right elbow, left elbow, right uppercut elbow. Bam, bam, bam. And so notice my other hand is kind of moving to defend my face when I do that, because, you know, I'm presumably doing this very close range. They might be throwing elbows back at me. So I'm throwing, bam, bam. I'm keeping a very tight guard with my other hand. So give that a try, the 1, 2, 3. Rear, front, uppercut. Nice. One thing that might help is, so the uppercut now, you can do it from here. So you've just thrown the 2, 1, 2. Use that to dip the rear hip. So you can go right from there to the uppercut. So all 3 of these, try to make them lead into each other. So here's that twist that sets up this one. Put that sink into your 2, then you can throw your 3 right from there. Nice. Good. Okay, so let's do 10 of those together. So 1, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, good. So let's grab a sip of water if you need. We're gonna start adding in knees and kicks to that, to those elbow sequences. Let's do. Okay, so we're gonna focus on some combinations with knees. Knees and elbows go really well together, along with clinching, because they're all close range techniques. So they all work nicely interacting with each other. So elbows, also a good thing to know about them is that they're good for self-defense. So punching is really not great for self-defense, you know, because you can break your hand when you punch somebody. Elbows, you know, while you can hurt your elbow, like it's not as dire if you do, you know, whereas breaking your hand has all these complicated little bones. And the strike is very hard, you know, to them. So if a person had grabbed you, obviously Mollii and I both believe in a kind of self-defense that's like better not to antagonize the person if possible. Like you don't want to elbow somebody if you could just get away from them. But if somebody had you in a hold and you needed to hit them to like get them to, you know, release it, you know, they were actively antagonizing you, not just like maybe you could get away with it from them, then elbows are, you know, a strike that generates a lot of power, and you can really knock somebody out to the temple, jaw, break their nose. So if needed to strike, this is a good safe strike. So if you're already close range, like if they've grabbed you. So we're gonna do knees. So for knees, do we have time for this? Let me check. Yeah, totally. So before we do knees, let's do one round of push kicks. For this one, let's just do, a lot of time we do lunge push kicks. Let's just do push kicks, and let's do them, we'll just do them stepping through. So we'll do, so you can throw a push kick and retract it. Actually, we'll do both. It's good to practice both. So the first round, we'll do the push kick and step it through. So we're just gonna be advancing, step, step. So when I'm throwing the push, I could slide forward. You usually should do that. It just, you may or may not be able to on the surface you have. So my legs coming up, all of these are going to be rear side push kicks because I'm just walking forward. So we're just walking forward, throwing push kicks. When you turn around, when you get to the end of your space, you could still pivot, just pivot on your feet, go right back. And your hands should be, when you throw a push kick, you technically can throw them with your hands up, but people have a hard time balancing, so then they tend to do this. So that's really bad. Even that, you get punched in the face. So you want to swing one hand out, keep the other, and the other one can come over your face a little bit more. Because look, if I'm here and I swing it out, my face is open. So I'm going to go like that. And for more advanced people, the swing out happens right when the kick hits, actually. Don't worry about that so much if you're newer. If you're more advanced, it's not, but it's actually, so it's right at the moment of impact that the arms go down. So we're gonna do 1 minute like that, just advancing, marching. You can kind of do it in a circle so you don't have to turn around directions. Just advancing push kicks. Okay, set. And go. Keep going. I didn't say the part of your foot that you hit with is the ball of the foot. You can also hit with the heel if it's harder to do because you have to kick higher to do that. And you're trying to push your hips through. nice. Now we're gonna do a couple other ways that you might throw a push kick. So the first one is you're gonna throw a, let's read this on both sides. Actually, let's just go into the knees. I think what we did will cover what we need for now. So we're gonna go into knees. So now we're gonna, because we were practicing the push kick where our hips go through, we're gonna do the same thing but with our knee bent. Same thing with the hands. So the hands swing, both hands are swinging towards the kicking leg to create balance but still have protection. My foot's pointed to keep my foot from getting tangled, you know, with their shin. Keeps my foot safer and helps me point my knee. And this is going forward. So it's not an up knee to the face. That's very dangerous. Hurt yourself with it too. It's a cool thing to be able to do, but you really have to be able to control it well. And it's not legal in most kinds of tournaments. So, because you can really, most of the worst injuries I know have been from accidental knees to the face. That's like how you break your skull open and stuff. So we're gonna go forward, knee to the, just break their ribs. Knee to the solar plexus, knee to the belly. So what we're gonna be doing is marching forward, knee, 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 knee. Just 1 minute, get set, and go. If you've been walking in a circle, maybe turn around, go the other way, just to have a different gravitational pull on you. All right, nice. So let's also do, and we're gonna do one round of skip knees. So I didn't realize, we did this in advanced class and people did it without holding on to something. So what they look like is this. So this is a knee where you would be in a clinch holding somebody, and I'm gonna knee them, and then I'm gonna wanna come to the, let's actually do this side. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do all one side right now. So I'm gonna throw, so a lot of times you alternate sides, but we're gonna, this way I think everyone could do it even without the wall, and it's more what we're gonna do in the round. So we're gonna start with one side, maybe your dominant side, and I'm gonna go knee, knee, bum, knee. I'll also show what I'm doing with my feet there. So I'm going knee, bum, knee, bum, knee. So it's a little, like a switch step. It's like that switch step, even though you're not switch stepping, but it's just a little ball change here, so that you can throw multiple knees on one side that way. So we're gonna do 1 minute. Well, we'll do 30 seconds in each side. So bam, bam, bam. When I tell you to switch, you're gonna go to your other side and do 30 seconds there. So get set. So it's 30 seconds of not skip, like a skip, one-sided skip knee. For your hands are holding a clinch. And by the way, how Mollii was talking, I found a video of it, but I'm not gonna show it because I think you guys saw it in Mollii's video. Your clinch would technically be on the back of their head to break their posture. When we drill it, we frequently use the back of the neck because this really does blow out people's necks when they have to drill that way. So, but that's what your clinch is doing. Not hands like that. Oh, shit. Oh, no. Oh, sorry, good. Someone called me on FaceTime and it turned my Zoom off. But I was afraid it turned it all the way off. Okay, so sorry about the interruption. So I'm gonna have my hands, just monkey grip here. All right, so 30 seconds. So pick whichever knee you're gonna start with and go. can pull your hands, I didn't say this, but you can pull your hands down like I'm doing because you're pulling on their head to help bring your knee through. You're not pulling their head into your knee, you're just pulling them towards you. All right, switch, other leg. Nice. All right, so now we're gonna put those knees and elbows into some combinations. So they're combinations that we did, I think they're the same ones we did on Thursday, but we warmed up to them more a little. So the first one is going to be, make sure I got it before I tell it to you. Okay, so the first one is going to start jab, cross, and then I'm gonna throw elbows 2 and 3. Elbow 2, elbow 3. So it's jab, cross, straight elbow, uppercut elbow. And then I'm gonna grab in the clinch, first with my left hand or my lead hand, then with my rear hand. And now I'm going to throw, I'll turn myself to orthodox. So now I've got this clinch. I'm gonna throw 2 walking knees. So I'm gonna go, I'm just gonna say right and left. I'm left-handed too, but I think it's, I'll say rear and front. I think it's better, just that they're gonna switch. So I'm gonna throw rear knee, front knee, which was rear. And now I'm gonna push the person and I'm gonna throw a rear push kick. And then I'm gonna jab out. So again, it's jab, cross, front elbow, uppercut elbow, front side grab, back side grab, then dominant side knee, weaker side knee, you're back to your stance. I'm gonna push them, and then I'm gonna push kick them on their way out. So I'm push kicking them, push them, or pushing them, push kick them, said backwards, and then jab out. One more time, you can do it along with me or watch. It's gonna be jab, cross, elbow 2, elbow 3, grab, grab, rear knee, front side knee, back to your stance, push, push kick, jab, 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 back to position. Next, so we'll do it. We're gonna do 2-minute round of that. I'll do it a couple times in case people are still looking at it, and then I'll look and see how you're doing. Set, and go. Jab, cross, elbow, elbow, grab, grab, knee, knee, push, push kick. Jab. Jab, cross, elbow, elbow, grab, grab, knee, knee, push, push kick. Jab out. Nice. Yeah. Looks good. Nice. Okay, so we're gonna do one more. So this one, perfect, is gonna be using the rear side elbow now. So we're gonna throw jab, elbow. So this is elbow number one. Jab, elbow. Then we're gonna grab their head. And, oh, this is like a mean thing to do after you've been doing Molly's move a few times. We're gonna cup their head, but now instead of switching off and single legging them, we're gonna elbow them in the face. So here we're leading with our, on our cupping with our lead side hand because we're in a punching sport now. So instead of protecting our leg, we're protecting our face. So it's gonna be jab, jab, and really you can do any amount of jabs you want at the beginning. So jab, jab, elbow, grab, elbow. Right side, jab, jab, elbow, grab, elbow. So notice I'm not leaning forward when I throw that elbow. The person is close to me. They're close to my face. So jab, jab, maybe I've jabbed and they're coming in. Jab, jab, elbow, I grab their head, I elbow them again. So that's the punching portion. So jab, jab, elbow, grab, elbow. I've already got one side of the clinch now. So I'm gonna grab my second side. Now I'm gonna do 2 repeat rear knees. Knee, skip, knee. I'm gonna push it back. And then you can end with, if you know this, if you feel comfortable to do it, you can end, if you want, you can just jab out from there. So that would look like this. Jab, jab, elbow, grab, elbow, clinch, knee, knee, jab back. Or after that second knee, you can turn sideways, throw a lead side kick. So I've you know, maybe I pushed them back before that. I've made a little room. I was just clinch kneeing them. They're trying to get out, fine. Let go of them as they start to back out. I'm throwing a side kick on the way out, and then I jab out. So jab, 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 elbow, clinch, elbow, second hand of the clinch, knee, knee. I could jab out from there or turn, side kick, jab, jab, jab. One more time. Jab, jab, rear elbow, clinch, jab, jab, rear elbow, clinch, elbow, second hand clinch, knee, skip, knee, sideways, side kick, jab out. All right, I'll do it and I'll say it while I'm doing it the first couple times and then I'll watch. So get set and go. So it's jab, jab, elbow, grab, elbow, clinch, knee, knee, sideways, side kick, jab out. Jab, jab, elbow, clinch, elbow, second hand clinch, knee, knee, push them a little, maybe side kick, jab out. Again, if you don't know the side kick or don't feel comfortable, just go from there, or you can throw a push kick at the end. Nice, good. All right, nice work. So we're gonna do meditation. So if you wanna do that, grab a spot to sit or lie down if you prefer. Okay, so you could close your eyes. Try to slow down your breathing, inhaling through your nose. You can exhale through your nose, or if you're still catching your breath, you can exhale through your mouth. That can help you cool down too if you're feeling hot. So take a few seconds to just get centered and calm with your breathing. Then you can inhale for any count you want, but let's say it's 4 counts. So you inhale for 4 counts, hold for 4 counts, and then exhale for 8 counts. So whatever count you inhale, you also hold that inhale, hold your breath for that many counts, and then exhale twice as long. Now you can release that breathing pattern and just allow your breath to occur naturally, just trying to keep your mind calm. Any thoughts that arise, just letting them pass by without getting involved, without getting attached to them. So take 3 deep inhalations through your nose and exhale through your mouth. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes and rub your palms together, generating heat between your palms. And then rub back on your ears. Then rub your hands together again. and then rub back your neck. And then you can clasp your hands together, turn, twist back and look over your shoulder. Try to twist from your waist. Other side. One more time, first side. Second side. Back to center. And then you can release that. You can unwind your legs from where they were and rub your thighs. So much yelling. Yeah, in a minute. Then rub your shins and calves. Man, Siamese cats are so crazy. And then your feet. This cat is from Pacific Kickboxing, and she showed up there when I needed to adopt a cat. It was crazy. She showed up the day, like a week after my other cat died. Rub your other foot. And when I didn't intentionally get a Siamese cat, she just came into my life, and everyone was like, does she yell? Like, is she really vocal? And I was like, no. But now she's middle-aged. She's like, she just yells all day. It's so funny. When she was young, people were like, she talks a lot? I'm like, no, she's normal. She doesn't talk a lot. But now that she's like getting older, she's like, meow, 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 meow. I'm like, what?
What happens when you get past 50?
I know. I think she's like menopausal. I think she's just like, fuck it. Like, I got shit to say.
I feel it.
Yeah, she's like, I'm not holding back anymore. I got things on my mind. Anyway, thank you guys. Thanks for putting up with her yelling a lot too.
Awesomeness. So the elbows.
Yeah, you like the elbows? I thought you might like the elbows. I was sad you missed them last time. So glad you got it. I was like, oh, we'll do them a few more times.
I like them.
Yeah, I know elbows are so fun. We don't always, like when I teach kickboxing, we don't emphasize them because you can't do them in any kind of, sparring or tournament, but they're so good to know, and they're good for your form, and they're good for self-defense. I've never sparred with elbows. I've seen, when I watch elbow sparring, I'm like, oh my God, it's so intense. Yeah. I don't know if anyone else has.
But
Cool. All right. Well, thank you guys. That was super fun. Thanks, Molly.
Yeah, thank you.
Everyone. Great to see you all.
Have a good Sunday.
Thanks. You too. See you later. Bye.
Everybody.
Bye.